Here's what nobody tells new riders. You're not changing the entire tire on the side of the road. That requires a tire stand, bead breaker, spoons, and 20 minutes of wrestling. What you're doing is plugging the puncture, and that takes 5 minutes with a $20 kit. But here's the scary part. 70% of riders have never plugged a tire. They're one nail away from being stranded, paying for a tow, or worse, trying to ride on a flat and crashing. Don't be that rider. Let me show you the exact process that works every single time. First, the toolkit you need to carry on every ride. This stuff lives in your tail bag or under your seat permanently. A tire plug kit. This contains rubber plugs, a reaming tool, and an insertion tool. The complete kit costs $15 to $25 and can fix a dozen punctures. Get a quality kit like Stop and Go or Genuine Innovations. The cheap gas station ones fall apart. A portable air compressor or CO2 inflator designed for motorcycles. Mini compressors run off your battery and cost $40 to $60. CO2 systems are lighter, but you need to carry multiple cartridges. Motorcycles need 30 to 42 psi depending on the bike, way more than a bicycle CO2 can handle. Valve core removal tool. Some plug kits include this. You'll see why you need it in a minute. A knife or razor blade for trimming the plug flush. Optional, but smart, gloves, because this gets your hands filthy, and a flashlight if you ride at night. Here's the thing everyone gets wrong. They buy the kit, throw it in their bag, and never practice. Then when they get a flat, they're fumbling in a panic trying to read instructions in the dark. Do a practice repair at home on an old tire. 5 minutes of practice now saves you from 30 minutes of frustration later. Now, let's get into the actual repair process. I'm walking you through the method that works 99% of the time for punctures in the tread area. Important disclaimer first. This method only works for punctures in the tread, not sidewall damage. Sidewalls flex too much and plugs won't hold. If you have a sidewall tear, you need a tow. Also, plugged tires are temporary repairs. Get to a shop within a few days for a proper patch from the inside or a new tire. Step 1. Locate the leak. Sometimes it's obvious, there's a nail sticking out. Other times, you need to find it. Start the bike if needed and listen for the hiss, or wet your hand and feel around the tire for escaping air. Mark the spot with chalk or remember its position relative to the valve stem. Critical rule, do not remove whatever punctured your tire yet. That screw or nail is the only thing slowing the air leak right now. Leave it in until you're ready to plug. Step 2, position your bike safely. If you're on the road, get completely off the pavement. Kickstand down on solid ground. If you have a center stand, use it. It makes everything easier. Make sure the bike is stable because you're about to put pressure on the tire. Step 3, let's talk about a decision point. If your tire still has decent pressure, you can plug it as is. If it's nearly flat, you have two options. Option 1, remove the valve core to let all air out, making the tire more pliable for the plug. Option 2, add a little air first to firm it up, then plug. I prefer adding a bit of air because it makes the next steps easier. Step 4, now remove the puncturing object. Grab it with pliers if you have them, or your fingers if it's big enough. Pull straight out. You'll hear air escaping faster now. Don't panic, you're about to fix it. Step 5, grab your reaming tool. This looks like a spiral file attached to a T-handle. You're about to make the hole slightly larger and rougher so the plug bonds properly. Insert the reaming tool into the puncture and push it in about halfway through the tire thickness. Now, rotate it back and forth while pushing in and pulling out. You're cleaning the hole and roughening the edges. Do this 10 to 15 times. It takes muscle. The tool should go in and come out with resistance. If it's too easy, you're not reaming enough. This step is critical. A properly reamed hole is what makes the plug stay in permanently. Step 6. Prepare your plug. Take one of the rubber plug strips from your kit.
Thread it through the eye of the insertion tool so equal lengths hang from both sides. The insertion tool looks like a giant needle with a slot instead of an eye. Some riders coat the plug with rubber cement from the kit. This helps it seal. Some modern plugs are pre-lubed. Either way, this takes 5 seconds. Step 7. Insert the plug. This is where it gets physical. Push the insertion tool with the plug into the puncture hole. You need to get it in about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through the tire. Push hard. Motorcycle tires are tough and they fight back. Here's the critical technique. Once the tool is fully inserted, give it a quick quarter turn and pull it straight out fast. The plug stays in the tire while the tool slides out. If you pull slowly, the plug comes out with the tool. Fast and confident is the key. Step 8. Check your work. The plug should be sticking out of both sides of the tire, inside and outside. That's perfect. If the plug pulled out completely, don't panic. Just thread another plug and try again with more force and a faster pull. Trim the excess plug flush with the tire tread using your knife or razor blade. Don't cut it below the tread surface. Leave it just slightly proud of the tire. Step 9. Inflate the tire. Connect your compressor to the valve stem or use your CO2 system. Fill to your bike's recommended pressure. Check your owner's manual or the sticker on your bike. Usually 36 to 42 psi for most bikes. Here's a pro trick. If you removed the valve core earlier for a completely flat tire, leave it out while inflating. Once pressure builds, quickly thread the valve core back in. This lets you inflate faster. Step 10. Test for leaks. Spray soapy water on the plug, or just use spit. Watch for bubbles. No bubbles means it's sealed. If you see tiny bubbles, the plug might not be fully seated. Add another plug right next to the first one using the same process. Step 11. Do a pressure check after 5 minutes. Sometimes plugs weep a tiny bit initially, then seal completely as they compress. Top off the air if needed. Now here's the reality check. You just completed a temporary repair. Plug manufacturers say these repairs can last the life of the tire, and many riders run plugged tires for thousands of miles without issues. But here's what I recommend. Get to a tire shop within the next few rides and have them inspect it from the inside. A proper internal patch is more reliable, or if the tire's near its wear limit anyway, just replace it. Your life depends on these 2 contact patches. Don't gamble. Some riders ask about slime or tire sealant. Here's my take. Sealants can work for tiny punctures and slow leaks, but they're messy, they throw your wheel balance off, and they make future tire changes a nightmare for the shop. Mechanics hate that stuff. A plug kit is cleaner and more reliable. What about riding on a plugged tire at high speed? Opinions vary. Personally, I avoid sustained triple-digit speeds on a plugged tire. For normal highway riding and spirited backroad runs, a properly installed plug holds fine. Use your judgment. Here's what separates riders who fix flats in 5 minutes from riders who panic and call for help. Preparation and practice. Carry the right tools, practice once at home, and when that inevitable puncture gets to you, you'll handle it like a pro. One final tip. Check your tire pressures weekly. Most flats happen because low pressure lets the tire flex too much and pinch the tube on impacts, or it allows road debris to penetrate easier. Proper pressure prevents flats. You're now part of the small percentage of riders who can handle a flat anywhere, anytime. That's freedom.